My name's Mark, and this is my story. Before I got to know Jesus, I really thought I had to be something of this world, and really thought I had to stand for something. What I really wanted to stand for, and what I thought I stood for, was being a goth and being this angry person who just hated the world. Through that, I started bullying Christians because they were happy people, and that I can understand why they could be happy, and that I wanted to really punish the world and go against the system. So I started smoking and drinking, and then eventually got onto drugs. And it started off just the occasional like smoking of weed or all that kind of stuff that people say is harmless, but it soon went full scale and just got into an addiction where I just couldn't stop. To afford the habit, I just needed to steal from people that I loved and people who loved me, and I just pushed everyone away, and it got to the point where I couldn't cope with who I was and what I'd become. So I started to self-harm, and I became suicidal because I thought that was the way out. After my suicide attempt, I was just broken. I was just looking for some way to get fixed, to get the healing that I needed. And so I started going back to school, and there's a group of Christians at school, like I said, that I used to bully because I couldn't understand what they had. And those were the guys that just came around me and just helped me out. They invited me to their church and into their youth groups, and eventually they took me to a massive youth camp called Soul Survivor. It was there that I decided I wanted to really go clean, so I didn't take any drugs or anything like that with me, not really understanding the risk of what could have happened if that had gone wrong. Yeah, it was just there that God just completely healed me. There was a talk on God the Father and how he loved us like he was a son, and it was my dad who found me when I tried to commit suicide, and that just all just linked up all these feelings that I had. God just became real, and I just knew then, and I was just clean, and there was just none of that habit that was left in me, and none of those bad feelings were there, and it's just awesome. It's just amazing. The new me is just, I like to think happy and positive and just really wants to help other people. I don't think about what benefits me. I don't think about how I can get on top of people, how I can make people feel bad like I used to, and how I could get stuff out of a situation. Now I just really want to give, and I really want to help. And definitely my heart, like before, when I see young people that are just caught in the trap of drugs, or are starting to think about experimenting with drugs, now that's just where my heart gets broken. I just feel for them. And that definitely before that would have been the case, that they would have been people I would have wanted to abuse, but now they're people that I care for and I love, and I just love being that person. The parable of the lost son, the symbolization of what it just means about how God just loves us and is looking for us no matter what you've done, when you've pushed him away, when you've taken your inheritance and just ruined it. Like, God is there and he loves you and he's looking for you, and he wants to run back and just hold you and have a party and just be your dad. And that's just an amazing story, and that's by far my favourite verse in the Bible. My name is Mark, this is my story, and I will be a light.